You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. I have a comings and goings update for you about why Christian Leblanc has been out for so long and when he's going to be back. And I've got Chelsea Lawson's return air date, and I have a handful of other characters that you're going to be really excited about that are coming for the holidays. So things got real this week as Christian Leblanc confirmed why his character Michael Baldwin has been out of Genoa City for so long, and the explanation is very personal and heartbreaking. We also have Chelsea Lawson's air date as Claire Egan comes back after her maternity leave. And then there's the question of how long Ashley Abbott sticks around and a few other people that are coming soon. If you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless casting news. Let's dig in. Let's start with Eileen Davidson's return as Ashley Abbott. She popped up in Genoa City on the latest episode, but will she stay and how long? So we have spoilers for Ashley Abbott going into next week, the week of the 30th through the 3rd, and she may stick a little longer after that. It seems Tucker McCall's quest for revenge on the Abbotts has her all riled up. She came back to GC to help the family fight Tucker off and to protect Jabot. The problem is there's a rat in their midst, and the bigger problem is that her little brother Billy Abbott assumes it's Ashley, and he's dead wrong. Ashley has already volunteered to get close to Tucker by pretending to reconcile with him, and Jack Abbott doesn't want her anywhere near that villain. But then next week, Billy questions whether Ashley is loyal to them or is a Trojan horse that Tucker has sent to implode the family from the inside. Is it really paranoia when people are actually plotting against you? I mean, Billy seems paranoid, but he's not wrong about people plotting. But the thing is, Billy's got his eye on the wrong Abbott entirely. It's heir apparent Kyle Abbott who is the spy, the Trojan horse, the one plotting from the inside. Kyle has been on fire and all angsty after eavesdropping on Jack saying that he's entitled and should have to work for things rather than them being handed to him. But he's so entitled he couldn't hear any of the truths in that statement, so he was ripe for the plucking after he and Audra got done. Insert rhyming word that starts with an F there. I'd like to think Kyle is playing Audra and he's really some sort of Abbott double agent getting closer to her and Tucker to protect the family. That sounds great, but I just don't think it's the case because Kyle snapped at his mom, Diane, the other day when she said he could do better than Audra. I think his rebound is turning into a quasi-romance, at least on his side of things, now that he sees that Summer has her eye on Chance Chancellor. So I really hope that Ashley or someone else figures out what Kyle is up to before it's too late. All right, now let's talk about Claire Egan's return as Chelsea Lawson. Her last air date was August 21st, 2023, and that was when Chelsea left town because she decided to say yes to Connor Newman's request to move in with his grandma, her mom, Anita Lawson, so he can attend a school for kids struggling with some mental health issues. The actress's second son was born several weeks early, so they kind of had to hustle out a hastier exit for her. Her first son, Robert Caden Catrazar, was born August 21st, 2021 to Missy Egan and her husband, Matt Catrazar. It's interesting because her last air date this year was the same day as her first son's second birthday. So their second son, Jake Joseph Catrazar, was due in August, but came a few weeks early on July 14th, 2023. Based on her last air date on August 21st, Missy Egan had to have started her maternity leave right around the time she gave birth, and then she returned to work in early October, taking about 6 weeks of maternity leave because her first air date back on Y&R is Wednesday, November 1st, which is my son's birthday, so I'm excited about that. So we have to wonder if Connor is going to return when Chelsea does, or if they're just going to say he decided to stay on and board at the school, something like that. An interesting side note, young actor Judah Mackey, who plays Connor, celebrated a huge milestone on his last Airdate, which was also on August 21st when he and his mom left town. It was his 100th episode on the CBS soap. How cool is that? So, and last by no means least, let's talk about why Michael Baldwin has been gone so long and when he's back and who is back with him. His last air date was July 18th, 2023, but he is back for a Thanksgiving holiday episode along with his extended family. But the reason Christian Leblanc's been gone for so long is for a scary medical diagnosis. So Y&R fans wondered where he's been, and they gave this on-air excuse that Michael had to go help his mom, Gloria Bardwell Abbott, out of a sticky legal matter overseas. In reality, they were creating room for a medical leave for Christian Leblanc. And while he was in New Orleans recently with other CBS soap actors for a cancer support benefit, Christian Leblanc admitted that he's been diagnosed with cancer. He was diagnosed in June of 2023, which explains that would be about the time he took off, and that's why his last episode was in July. They shoot about a month ahead. So he said he suffered symptoms of unexplained weight loss and nosebleeds. He had dropped 35 pounds in just 2 months. And the wedding ring that he wears on set as Michael being married to Lauren was slipping off his finger. And then he said fans noticed that one of his eyes was kind of wonky. So he went to the doctor, and shockingly, the neurological ophthalmologist he saw found a tumor in his sinus area that was pressing on one of his optic nerves, making his eye droop. So Christian Leblanc's official diagnosis is multiple myeloma. It's a form of cancer. Of note, if you don't remember, his character, Michael Baldwin, survived a stage 3 cancer situation on Young and the Restless 9 years ago. Michael was diagnosed with prostate cancer that had metastasized, but fortunately not to his lymph nodes. It was stage 3, but it was still treatable. And that was back around Thanksgiving 2014. And now we have Christian Leblanc's return to Y&R after cancer treatment in real life. And he's coming back on Thanksgiving 2023. So it's strangely poetic, life imitating art, things like that. So the type of cancer that he has triggers mutated plasma cells in the bone marrow of your body, and it can damage organs and prevent your immune system from operating properly. There's a lot more to it. That's just a little mini description. So the treatment that Christian Leblanc chose was immunotherapy, and the CBS soap actor said his myeloma is now in remission, and he is busy trying to regain the weight he lost. He said his oncologist told him to eat like it's his job. So he is definitely doing that. What's exciting, not only that Christian Leblanc is beating his cancer and that Michael Baldwin is back for Thanksgiving, but it's going to be a full-scale Baldwin Fisher, Baldwin Fenmore family reunion. So the photo that I'm about to show you is behind the scenes from the Thanksgiving episode, and you can see Judith Chapman is back. And of course, she plays their mom, Gloria. Greg Rickart is back as Michael's brother, Kevin Fisher. Of course, Rickart's been busy on contract over on Days of Our Lives, but it also looks like they just let him come over to CBS to film a few episodes. Expect Michael's wife, Lauren Fenmore, and Kevin's wife, Chloe Mitchell, on hand as well. And of course, heartfelt congratulations to Christian Leblanc on his cancer recovery. progress. We hope his condition remains in remission. We're sending him all the positive thoughts. And we are excited to see Glow and Kevin back, even if Christian Leblanc's explanation for his absence is a bit scary for fans. But let's just hope that his healing continues and everything works out fine. That is the extent of our Y&R comings and goings update. If you enjoyed this, please click like, definitely click subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your comments below. Thanks for coming every day to talk Y&R with me. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.